Welcome into WagerTalk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Brian Leonard and Kevin Dolan of WagerTalk.com. We're talking SEC and Big 12 action, I guess soon to be SEC and SEC, but as it is now, the Texas Longhorns and Arkansas Razorbacks. Brian, coming to you first, as we see Texas now -6 in the hook point, road favorites, 57 being the total. We've seen a little money here on Texas, also a little under money as well. What do you like in Texas and Arkansas on Saturday?
Yeah, last week I like the Arkansas side. I like the Arkansas team overall. I just don't think they're going to get many wins. But I think there's times and spots where we could pick on them and make some money. Last week we did. Arkansas worked out well for us. Texas was a situation last week where everybody and their brother was all over Louisiana, very public underdog. And early in the week, you started seeing the just about everybody you talked to liked Louisiana. The public was on Louisiana. When the public is really strong on an underdog, usually that's the time that you want to fade them. And Texas came out, played a great game, and beat Louisiana, which is, to me, still a very good team. They just didn't have a very good game last week. So now you've got a Texas team who just played a team that a lot of people lost money on playing on Louisiana. You got an Arkansas team that people didn't really give much credit to as they covered the number against Rice. Arkansas has not been very good at home. They haven't had a winning record at home since, I believe, 2018 or something in that range, 2016 probably. So they haven't done very well at home. Texas looking good. I made the line 5.1 here. So if I was forced to play it, I'd be on the Arkansas side. But the way Texas played last week, maybe I'm just underestimating them a little bit. But it's still not enough to get me on that side. I still think Texas will continue to take money. I'm seeing a 7 now at Circa, and they along with the Westgate are the two leading sports books, along with the South Point out here in Vegas. So if one of those moves, normally we see a lot of movement that way. Offshore, we're seeing -115s, -120s now on the 6.5. So this is going to 7. So if you like Texas now, search out that 6 and grab that 6 because I don't think it'll be there by game time.
Sure. Actually, Brian, a lot of the 6s are already snatched up. We're seeing 6.5, if not a couple 7s popping up as we're filming this right now, Kevin. And, talking about Texas, the Longhorns look good against Louisiana Lafayette. Now they're having to go on the road here, SEC West opponent, albeit Arkansas, although a lot of sports bettors out there thinking Arkansas might be a little sleeper. What do you like in prime time on ESPN Saturday night, Kevin?
Well, you said at the top, Drew, we've seen this total tick down by about 1.5 since opener. And, that's interesting here. As you said, I was impressed with the Longhorns' rush defense, especially last week against ULL. Texas held the Raging Cajuns to just 2.62 yards per rush attempt last week on the ground. Like, that's poor. Whatever way you slice it, you compare that to Lafayette's 11th ranked rushing offense last season. They put up an average 6.4 yards per rush attempt at home. And you can start to see the great job Texas did last week at keeping that Louisiana rushing offense quiet. But, they will likely have a much tougher time here against the Razorbacks on Saturday. Arkansas themselves put up 245 yards on the ground last week against Rice, averaged 5.57 yards per rush attempt as well in that game. And, this game also, because of all those reasons we just outlined, it has all the hallmarks of a bit of a ground and pound type of affair for me. Texas's sack percentage on the road last season was solid, and I expect that to continue here against Jefferson. Put them under pressure in Arkansas on Saturday as well. Both of these teams had above average pass defenses last season. Texas held opposing quarterbacks to just 6.8 yards per pass attempt through the air last year, while Arkansas averaged the exact same numbers. So I see both teams utilising the ground game here and chewing up a ton of clock as a result. So I like that under 57 here on Saturday between Texas and Arkansas, and that's where my money will be going on this one.
Sure, keeping the ball on the ground, that clock running, looking towards the under from Kevin Dolan. So from Kevin, Brian Leonard, I am Drew Martin. Guys, thanks for tuning into this video. Also, remember to check out WagerTalk.com. $9 Mondays. Monday, a great day to check out the website. All plays discounted to just $9. Check it out, WagerTalk.com.